Hi. So I figured I would do a get ready with me video just for my regular kind of quick everyday makeup because a lot of people ask about it. So I figured this was the best way to do it. But good makeup application starts with skin and good skin regimen and taking care of your skin. So I've already done all of my skin things, which if you are interested, I will share those as well. I did do a video on that sometime several months ago, a few months ago, and it is on my Facebook. So it's under videos if you want to check that out. And if you have any questions, just ask me about it. But I will do an updated skin routine sometime. So I'm going to show you just my favorite products and the things I use every day. So the first thing is I am huge on dewy skin. Especially if you're older, dewy skin is going to always make you look more youthful and have a more youthful appearance. So I always start with a highlighter. This Becca, I don't know if you can see it. It is the poured illuminator. So it's not a powder, it's like a liquid kind of pressed into a compact. I don't like powders because it settles into the wrinkles around my eyes, and I just don't like it. It's more drying. I like the liquid. So I just have a regular just kind of flatter fluffy brush, and I just brush it in there, and I go over my cheekbone and under my eye. I go on my eyelid and above my brow, and it just gives a beautiful glow. This color, I think this color is called Pearl. Let me look and see. Yes, I also have Moonstone, but Moonstone is a little more like champagne color, but I like them. I do the tip of my nose and like my Cupid's bow and right here. So I always do under my eyes because I like for that whole area to be highlighted. And it just gives a youthful kind of glow to your skin. It doesn't look crazy. So next, I then take my concealer. I use Shape Tape. There is one by NARS I want to try. I have two different colors so that I can mix depending on what my face shade is at the time. And also if you have a blemish, you can mix it differently to cover it up, because you don't want to put the same color under your eyes as you do over a blemish, because you don't want it to be lighter. Anywho, I'll explain that at a different time. But I always mix the two. A little bit of this goes a very long way. I have the colors medium and light sand. Light sand is very light, and medium is kind of tan, just a normal tan color. So I just put the two on the back of my hand like that. I don't use a whole lot of product. And then I take an angled blending brush. This one is by Luxie. It's 207. It came in, I think, a, well, you can't see that, in an Ipsy bag. So anyway, I just blend it out. The thing is to not apply a lot of product. And I'm gonna try to apply it here. You can always build, but you don't want to get a lot of product there at one time. So I work it into my tear duct up here and just go on you can see the difference, the darkness. Your girl needs some hydration. I'm terrible at drinking water. I'm just never thirsty. I mean, all I drink is water and coffee, and kombucha, but I'm never thirsty. So I have to if I don't drink out of a straw, like I'm not gonna drink a lot. So, anyway, I gotta do better because I'm like super dehydrated. I can tell my circles are darker when I'm dehydrated. So anyway, just blend out a little bit more. And like I said, you can always build if you need more coverage. So I don't go all the way up here because it sets in your wrinkles. And I personally don't blend all the way out here. I know a lot of people do. I don't, because number one, I don't like my skin to look matte, and number two, I don't want concealer setting in my wrinkles. So I just conceal it enough to brighten that up a little bit, and you can come down and go around your nose if you want to. Some people have like broken capillaries there. Mine gets a little red sometimes. So anyway, for setting powder, so after that I set it under my eyes. I have used Laura Mercier, which is super great. NYX, which I didn't bring that one, they have a great translucent setting powder that works wonderfully. But also, if you want to dupe for the Laura Mercier, the Maybelline Fit Me, this one is Fair Light. It's number 10. I've been using it and it's fine. I mean, if the Laura Mercier is a 10, this one's a 9. So I just take an eyeshadow brush, you can see, but this is the one I always use for my powder, and I just tap it in the product. I don't get a little bit, I mean, I don't get a lot, I just get a little bit, then I tap it off. I always blow it off, and then I just press it into that concealer and down around my nose. I kind of make kind of like a triangle. That is where, like around my nose right there, is where I kind of get oily sometimes. So I have combination skin, like some parts are really dry and then some parts are really oily. So, but no matter what type of skin you have to moisturize. So I don't wear foundation or anything like that. That is what I do to conceal that. And then sometimes I warm up my face. I use a bronzer. I've used like Urban Decay. I've used Hoola, Maybelline. This is just the one I have at the time. It is Bobbi Brown. It is a bronzing powder in medium, but you don't have to use this one. I mean, this is just one I had from a while. To apply it, just because I want to warm up my face a little bit, I use just a flat, like really dense brush. This one is by Tarte. It's double-ended. I don't really have a brush preference. I just look for it, like what kind of brush it is, like if it is flat or dense or fluffy or whatever. So I use one that is more dense for this. So I just tap it in there. And there's a difference between contouring and bronzing, or like warming your face up. So I don't usually contour my face, I just warm it up. So I do it like kind of at my cheekbone, come up the temple a little bit, go around like where the sun would normally be. I don't do like a whole lot because I don't want it to mattify my skin. You just come around the jaw line, kind of. A lot of people say make a 3, just pat it out there. because you don't want to line at your neck. So again, just kind of pat it. It's kind of hard to see when I'm looking in the phone. I have to look in the mirror too. I don't want a whole lot. Since this is kind of everyday, and sometimes like I don't even warm on my face. I just let it go. But there are times that I will take the same bronzer. If I do like an eyeshadow, all I do is take the bronzer and do the same, not the same one I do with my setting powder, but it's similar to this. And I dip it in there and I just shade the crease because it creates like kind of monotony, it pulls it together. So my favorite blushes on the planet are Milani. This one is called Luminoso, and it's kind of like a peachy pink. And then this one is Dolce pink. It is a little more pink. They look like the color is more intense than it is. It actually goes on lighter. So this is what they look like. Hold please. You just have like a sheen. It's not glittery or anything. I hate that. But it just looks more natural and a little more radiant. So I mix the two. If I'm going more for like a pink look, then I will just do the Dolce pink. If I'm going more for a corally, then I will do just the Luminoso. And if I want like a corally pink, I mix the two, which most of the time I do a corally pink, which is what I'm doing today. So I just take a fluffy brush. Again, this one is by Tarte. I got these like in a pack one time. It doesn't have to be anything special. So I just swipe it across, like I do like 2 and 2 and 1, it doesn't matter. And I just do it on my cheek. Gotta get out this mirror again because I can't really see. Yeah. I like to stipple, which means like press it in like this. I don't really do this number because I feel like it, like I don't want to wipe anything I've already like set into my skin. So I always press stuff into my skin. Even my serums, moisturizer, whatever, I always like I'll kind of wipe it on, but then I will go back and like just press it in. I don't know if that is helpful, but it's just what I do. Sometimes like today, instead of doing eyeshadow, I will just do like I'll do the other end of this. You can do whatever you want, whatever brush you want, but I just do one swipe of each and kind of do my lid, just to kind of tie it in and do a little bit of color up there. I'll do a little bit on my nose and my chin just to have kind of like a sun-kissed look for every day. And so then sometimes I will, let me do this part first. So this I always do. I don't actually use this NARS one every day. I use an eyeshadow palette by Morphe. It's 12S. It's the best one ever. And it's like $12. But I use the colors that are in there. I just forgot it. So I do like a highlight on the inside of my eye, and I take this little brush. I also have used these to do the very same thing. And actually, I'll do that. just so you can see. I'm going to use the Moonstone color because it's like a champagne color. I just swipe it in there and I do it in the corner of my eye just to make it a little bit lighter. A lot of times I mix the Moonstone and the pearl. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, just to add a little light there. I think I am gonna do a little bit. I've dropped this and it broke, but I don't care because they're my favorites. So just dip a little bit in the pearl, and then I do eyeliner. So I'm gonna do an eyeliner tutorial later because it is the placement of your eyeliner is so very important in the shape of your eyes and whether you're bringing your face down or up, out, just what, and the type of eye shape you have. But anywho, I'm gonna just do this real quick. I always, if I put on eyeliner, which it's half and half. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I do like the outer corner just to create a little definition, but I don't come all the way over, especially for every day. It's not wrong if you do, I just don't. This is my favorite of all time. It is by Urban Decay, and this color is Stash. It's like an olive color. I don't like anything that looks too harsh. They also have another color called Roach that I like a lot, but I'm currently out of that one. So I always, let me see if I can get this set up here where I can see. So I kind of just pull out a little bit the edge of my eyelid and I go right on the lash line. And I come in just a little bit. Then I take my finger and kind of rub where I stopped, just smudge it a little bit, because I don't want there to be like a fine line there. So it just creates a little bit of definition on your eye. And if I want to, which I don't have enough on this, because I didn't bring my sharpeners. So, but I will wing it out sometimes. Maybe I do. Just to kind of lift the eye a little bit. And I like these colors, or these eyeliners, because they smudge easily and they're buildable, so you can make the lines softer, which I like for every day. So now, always use an eyelash curler because my eyelashes stick straight out, so I have to curl them. Usually I heat it up with a hair dryer for like 10 seconds, and then I press it here just to make sure it's not gonna burn my eye off. A lot of people say, why? Well, when you curl your hair, for those of you that curl your hair, don't you curl your hair with heat? So anyway, it curls it better. It's like the best trick ever. So let me get one of these. So I'll show you how so I look down and kind of make sure all of my lashes are in the eyelash curler. Then I press a little bit. I try not to go, like I don't go all the way to the lash line because you'll get your lashes in there, but you just put it on there and squeeze a few times, like maybe 10 times, and then see they're curled. But when I don't have my hair dryer, I also do the like I come out a little bit so I get more of the tips too. And then my favorite mascara in the universe, which I've tried every single mascara there is just about. The Lash Paradise, I always use the waterproof because if I don't, it makes my lashes fall back down and I ain't about that. So, Lash Paradise, waterproof. So mascara application is important. So you want to get to the lash line first and go up. Like just kind of wiggle it up to like coat the lash. And then this is the part where I go on top and get like the back side of the lashes. And then I go back underneath. Okay, so after that, I turn it vertically because that's how you get like the individual lashes. So then I dunk it and I start about midway and coat them, because the first one, when you do it horizontally, it's mostly just to coat like the bases. My eyelashes are like really weird right now. I don't know why, but they are. It's like they all replenish themselves at the same time, so they all fall out at the same time. So my right side, maybe my left side too, I don't even know, is like sparse. So I think it's every like either 120 or like 150 days, your eyelashes replenish themselves. So that's why when you use an eyelash serum, like a growth serum, it your eyelashes grow because it prevents them from turning over as quickly, so they don't fall out, you know, and regrow after like 150 or 120 days. It makes your eye hold on to the eyelash longer. So I just like go back and comb the tips of my eyelashes until I'm satisfied or somewhat satisfied with the way they've turned out, and kind of separate them with the wand. Which, like I said, they're acting like wonky right now, so I don't really know what the deal is. But usually when I do the second eye, it doesn't take as long as the first. Why? I have zero idea, because it makes no sense. This process is much faster when I'm not talking or talking through it. So usually takes about I don't know, like 10 minutes. So again, hold the brush horizontally and just get the bases. It always gets in my hair because my hair gets in the way. So if you ever see mascara in my hair, please let me know, because I don't know it's there, or anything else in my hair for that matter. Like, curly hair catches everything. Truly. I've had like oatmeal stuck in my hair before. So I just got a little bit of mascara right there. So I just take my concealer brush and go back over it, because it still has some left on there. It is way time for a new mascara too. I can tell when my eyelashes are not doing well, and when the formula starts to get a little dry, like it's trying to get, it's time for me to get some new mascara. So I usually don't wear mascara on the bottom because it makes your eyes look a lot more lifted and open if you don't. And so I just generally don't, unless I have like some fancy something I'm going to, or like doing my makeup for, then I will wear it on the bottom. But like I said, generally I don't. So I do that, and then the last thing I do is my lips. I have like a plethora of different things I do, but usually it is a lip liner and balm of some sort, and a lip gloss. So these lip liners by Rimmel are the best in the world. I love their formula. So this one is called East End Snob. It's just a pretty pink. So what I do is just line my lips. The formula is so creamy, and kind of fill it in. It doesn't have to be perfect because I smudge it in. So I do that, and then I, rub it in with my finger. So that it's not defined. I always have like a paper towel handy so I can wipe my fingers off if I need to. So this gloss is Keep It Full. It's a like a plumping gloss by Milani, and this one is in color Luminoso. So I really like this. This is the first time I tried it. I usually use Buxom, which is my absolute favorite glosses in the whole world, but I like this one, and I'm still trying it out. It does not make my lips dry the next day, which I love. So this one is kind of like a, has like kind of a corally, or not really corally, like peachy tint to it. So that's why I'm mixing it with the the lighter pink liner just to get kind of like a peachy pink. And that's it, fam. That's my everyday. So generally it takes like 10 to 15 minutes, but anyway, I hope this helped and I hope you enjoy it. And let me know what you would like to see next.